Media literacy is important for democracy because it helps citizens to access and evaluate the quality and credibility of the information they receive from various media sources, such as newspapers, radio, television, internet, and social media. This can help them to avoid misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, and bias that may distort or manipulate their views on people, events, or issues. There are many ways to find news in the modern world, thanks to the internet and digital media. Some of the ways to find news are reading the newspapers. This is a traditional way of finding news, but it still has its advantages. Newspapers offer in-depth reporting, analysis, and commentary on various topics, such as politics, business, culture, sports, and more. Newspapers can also provide a local perspective and context for the news that affects your community or region. You can read newspapers in print or online, depending on your preference. Using the mobile applications, this is a convenient way of finding news, especially if you are on the go. Mobile applications allow you to access news from various sources, such as news organizations, magazines, blogs, and podcasts. You can also customize your preferences, such as topics, categories, or notifications, to get the news that interests you. You can download mobile applications from different platforms, such as iOS or Android. Following the social media network, this is a popular way of finding news, especially among younger generations. Social media network allows you to follow and interact with news outlets, journalists, celebrities, influencers, and other users who share and discuss news stories. You can also discover new and trending news stories that may not be covered by mainstream media. You can use social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit to find news. Using the web search tool, this is a powerful way of finding news, especially if you are looking for specific information or sources. Web search tool allows you to enter keywords or phrases related to your topic, and filter the results by date, source, or category. You can also use advanced features such as question answering or image search to find more relevant and accurate information. You can use web search tools such as Bing or Google to find news. These are some of the ways to find news that you might want to try. They offer different advantages and disadvantages depending on your needs and preferences. You can also use a combination of these methods to get a comprehensive and balanced view of the news. The New York Times is one of the most influential and respected newspapers in the world, but it has also undergone many changes in the last 20 years. Some of the major changes are the expansion of its online edition, which launched in 1995 and now reaches millions of readers around the world. Superscript 1. The introduction of more color photography, graphics, and multimedia elements in its print and digital editions, which started in 1997. The diversification of its sections and topics, covering a wide range of subjects from arts and culture to science and technology, as well as special weekly sections on health, travel, food, and more. Superscript 3. The increase of its news analysis and opinion pieces, which allow reporters and columnists to interpret events and offer perspectives on current issues. The adaptation to the changing media landscape, which has brought new challenges and opportunities for the Times, such as competing with social media platforms, engaging with younger audiences, and dealing with controversies and criticism. Superscript 2. The New York Times has changed a lot in the last 20 years, but it has also maintained its commitment to quality journalism and its mission to inform the public. It is still a model of diverse opinion, rigorous reporting, and innovative storytelling. Some of the mainstream newspapers in the United States are the New York Times. This is the most influential newspaper in the U.S. in my view. It covers a wide range of topics, such as politics, business, culture, science, and sports. It is known for its high-quality journalism and its liberal editorial stance. The Wall Street Journal. This is the best-selling newspaper in the U.S. It focuses on financial and economic news, as well as national and international It is known for its conservative editorial stance and its in-depth analysis superscript 2. The Washington Post. This is a prominent newspaper in the U.S. Capitol. It covers topics such as politics, government, national security, and social issues. It is known for its investigative reporting and its moderate editorial stance superscript 2. Los Angeles Times. This is the largest newspaper in the West Coast. It covers topics such as entertainment, culture, sports, and local news. It is known for its diverse and progressive editorial stance and its Pulitzer Prize-winning journalism superscript 2. Chicago Tribune. This is the leading newspaper in the Midwest. It covers topics such as business, politics, sports, and lifestyle. It is known for its centrist editorial stance and its historical significance superscript 2. These are some of the mainstream newspapers in the U.S., but there are many more that cater to different regions and audiences. Do you read any of these newspapers? Tabloid newspapers are a type of popular journalism that often features sensationalized or exaggerated stories, gossip, scandals, and celebrity news. They are usually printed in a smaller format than broadsheet newspapers, and use large headlines, colorful images, and simple language to attract readers. Some of the largest names of tabloid newspapers in the world are The Sun, a British daily tabloid newspaper that is the best-selling newspaper in the UK. It covers topics such as sports, entertainment, politics, crime, and health. It is known for its controversial and provocative style, as well as its use of page 3 models superscript 1. The New York Post, an American daily tabloid newspaper that is the oldest continuously published newspaper in the U.S. It covers topics such as local and national news, business, sports, entertainment, and opinion. It is known for its conservative and sensationalist slant, as well as its catchy and witty headlines superscript 2. Bild, a German daily tabloid newspaper that is the best-selling newspaper in Europe. It covers topics such as politics, sports, entertainment, crime, and human interest. It is known for its populist and sensationalist tone, as well as its use of nudity and sex appeal superscript 3. The Daily Mail, a British daily tabloid newspaper that is the second best-selling newspaper in the UK. It covers topics such as news, lifestyle, health, showbiz, and travel. It is known for its conservative and moralistic stance, as well as its use of emotional and sensational stories. These are some of the largest names of tabloid newspapers in the world, but there are many more that cater to different audiences and markets. Do you read any tabloid newspapers? What do you think of their quality and impact? The rise of cable news channels, which offer 24-hour coverage of current events and often cater to specific political views or ideologies. For example, Fox News is known for its conservative slant, while MSNBC is more liberal superscript 1. CNN seems to cover every issue. The emergence of online news platforms, which allow users to access news from various sources, customize their preferences, and interact with other users through comments and social media. For example, the Huffington Post is a popular online news site that features original reporting, blogs, and videos superscript 2. The decline of traditional broadcast news networks, which have lost viewership and revenue to cable and online competitors. For example, CBS News, once a leader in quality journalism, has faced budget cuts, layoffs, and scandals in recent years superscript 3. The increase of sensationalism, opinion, and bias in TV news, which often appeal to emotions and personal beliefs rather than facts and evidence. For example, some TV news shows feature pundits who debate or argue about controversial topics, rather than reporting or analyzing them. The challenge of fake news and misinformation, which spread easily through social media and other online platforms. For example, some websites or accounts deliberately create or share false or misleading stories to influence public opinion or gain attention. TV news has changed a lot in the last 20 years, but it is still an important source of information and entertainment for many people. The highest-selling or most popular magazines in the United States today. According to the web search results, some of the magazines that have the highest circulation or online audience are AARP The Magazine. This is a bi-monthly magazine that focuses on topics such as health, finance, travel, and entertainment for people aged 50 and above. It is published by the American Association of Retired Persons, AARP, and has a circulation of over 22 million superscript 1. AARP Bulletin. This is a monthly magazine that covers news and information on issues such as Social Security, Medicare, consumer protection, and advocacy for older Americans. It is also published by the AARP and has a circulation of over 22 million superscript 1. Costco Connection. This is a monthly magazine that features articles on lifestyle, health, business, and personal finance, as well as product reviews and recipes. It is published by Costco Wholesale Corporation and has a circulation of over 15 million superscript 1. American Main Street. This is a quarterly magazine that showcases stories of small businesses, entrepreneurs, and communities across the country. It is published by the U.S. Small Business Administration and has a circulation of over 10 million superscript 1. The New York Times Magazine. This is a weekly magazine that supplements the Sunday edition of the New York Times newspaper. It covers topics such as culture, politics, art, science, and literature. It has an online audience of over 579 million superscript 2. These are some of the highest magazines of today in the US, but there are many more that cater to different interests and tastes. Do you read any of these magazines? What do you think of their quality and content? The National Enquirer is a weekly tabloid newspaper that is known for its celebrity gossip, crime news, and investigative reporting. It was founded in 1926 as the New York Evening Enquirer, and has since undergone many changes and controversies. Some of the topics that the National Enquirer covers are the personal lives and scandals of famous actors, singers, politicians, and other public figures. For example, the National Enquirer was the first to report on the affair and love child of former presidential candidate John Edwards in 2007 superscript 1. Fake news magazines are publications that deliberately publish false or misleading information, often for the purpose of satire, humor, or propaganda. Some fake news magazines are easily recognizable by their absurd or exaggerated headlines, while others may try to mimic the style and appearance of legitimate news sources. Fake news magazines have a long history, dating back to the 19th century, when some newspapers used sensationalism and yellow journalism to attract readers and influence public opinion. Some examples of fake news magazines are The Onion, a popular American satirical website and newspaper that parodies current events and culture. It was founded in 1988 and has spawned several spin-offs, such as the AV Club and Clickhole Superscript 1. Private Eye, a British fortnightly magazine that features political satire, investigative journalism, cartoons, and spoofs of other publications. It was founded in 1961 and is known for its criticism of public figures and institutions superscript 2. Titanic, a German monthly magazine that features political and social satire, cartoons, and fake interviews. It was founded in 1979 and is known for its controversial covers and stunt superscript 3. The Freak, a fictional American magazine that appeared in the 1994 film Natural Born Killers. It featured stories about serial killers, cults, and other bizarre topics. The Wet Dog, a fictional British magazine that appeared in the 2006 film The Queen. It featured stories about the royal family, celebrities, and scandals. Fake news magazines can be entertaining and amusing, but they can also be misleading and harmful if taken seriously or confused with real news sources. Therefore, it is important to always check the credibility and reliability of any information you encounter online or offline. Do you enjoy reading fake news magazines? What do you think of their impact on society?